just never ending, really, is it? It's never ending, this whole Onision dealio. It will never end. It'll never end. It'll never end. It'll never end. Not ever. So, hello, I'm Physic. Thank you very much for joining me. Welcome to today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, please do leave it a like and subscribe if you want to help support me and my channel. I want to go a step further than that. Patreon, PayPal, description. What's new? Few things. So, Onision seems to have let his 2-year-old daughter fall from a second-story window. There's a lot of speculation as to how the hell anyone in their right mind could possibly have let this happen. It's bad enough that this happened, but then Onision, like most YouTubers, for some reason, it's just the wrong time to pull out your camera, isn't it? But lo and behold, he pulls out his camera to document it. I'm casually whistling. Hey, I'm having a hard time. Hey, Instagram. I'm having a hard time. He claimed that he did this so that it could be proven that it wasn't him that did this, because he's so now paranoid of the public that he's trying to defend himself. Not that I think recording it would even show anything. It's just a child that's fallen from a window. It doesn't really show that you didn't do it. Anyway, that happened, called an ambulance, etc, etc. But how? How though? Like how? Like look at this window. How? That is very high up. Very high up. My god. I mean, falling out the wrong way, you would be dead very quickly. And it just frightens me. It worries me of the future. Apparently Onision was somewhere else in the house, like a long way off. So it's just irresponsible to the nth degree. Now, I'd like to say that's the end of it, but it never is with Onision. The thing is, at the same time that this was happening, at the same time that Onision's daughter was suffering, Onision was tweeting out his typical disgusting messages. Now, I'm not even going to remotely think about putting them up on screen because they are so graphic and vulgar. No one wants to see that. But all I need to say is, think about my streams. Think about the kind of stuff that Onision tweets these days. For some reason, I don't know. For some reason, he thinks it's okay to be posting things like that as a father of several young children. It kind of makes me sick. It makes my stomach churn, just the thought of it. Doesn't it you? Imagine your dad tweeting this sort of stuff out. I mean, it's... how are you doing this when your daughter's suffering? I don't... And that includes this tweet here, which is oddly specific and relates to a window. And this was, this has been proven to have been the same day, the same time that this is happening. Very odd. Like, what? Like what? What are you doing?
Upon arrival, I saw the ambulance leaving the scene with a black sedan following behind it. I recognized the driver of the sedan as James and saw redacted in the back seat. The firefighters informed me they did not get much information from Kai or James yet, other than she had fallen from the window. They informed me when they arrived, Kai was hovering over redacted, who was laying on her side underneath the window. They said she was lying partially on the screen, which was on the ground as well.
So. The next thing is the whole court case with Repzion and Chris Hansen. It's stupid, pointless, a waste of everyone's time. So, Onision took Repzion to court.
Onision filed a protective order against me. No, I am not being sued. I am being summoned basically by the court to have a public hearing as Onision makes his case for me, quote-unquote, cyber-stalking him and harassing him.
Apparently, Repzion's been harassing Onision, which he hasn't. I mean, I don't understand. Like, in Onision's mind, am I harassing him right now? I mean, yes, of course Onision thinks that. He also thinks I'm a stalker. He also thinks I'm obsessive, etc, etc. But what Onision clearly doesn't understand is that he's a complete public figure. Everything he does online is public, and therefore everyone has a right to criticize him for those actions, especially when those actions are getting a lot of people hurt and upset. I don't get how his brain functions. This is not slander. Talking about someone publicly isn't slander at all, especially when it's 100% accurate in every way. If I was saying, Onision's actually a murderer, I know that for a fact because he's killed people, then yes, that's clearly slander, but not what Repzion's doing, not what any of the other haters are doing. So, as we can easily have imagined, Repzion was taken to court and the case was thrown out instantly. Literally instantly.
My attorney is going to ask for a continuance because I only roughly had about a week and a half to prepare for this. This matter is before the court for hearing upon the request of the petitioner that a protective order be issued. After review of the file and testimony of the party, the petition or order of protection is denied because checkmark petitioner requested dismissal of petition.
But it does say that Onision is seeking further legal action against Repzion, and Repzion seems to think this is surrounding slander.
So what was going to happen today is I was going to request a continuance to rebuttal what he originally filed against me, but he did in fact dismiss his own petition against me. And specifically referenced in his dismissal is that he is going to seek other means, that he was advised by an attorney to seek other means rather than a protection order.
Now, slander. People throw this word around like crazy. It's ridiculous because Repzion, like most people with a mind screwed in properly, a brain that functions like normal, like me, like Einaba, like anyone that talks about Onision, we're not just like making up random things to make him seem like the worst man on earth. This is all taken from evidence. This is like everything we talk about, there's always a ton of evidence to support it. So we're not, this isn't slander. Like, he has no sense of words, even though he's the one that constantly looks up definitions of words to somehow make his arguments seem more logical. So yeah, that's ridiculous. I don't know like what's going to happen next with all this legal stuff, but it's a massive, massive waste of everyone's time and money. It's just pointless and absurd and ridiculous. And the thing is, Repzion actually wanted to prolong the court case because he wanted to rebuttal a lot of Onision's points, which I would have loved to have seen. I would have loved for that to have happened because this would be the case. This is what I've always been picturing in my mind. Onision taking Repzion to court for the most ludicrous charges, which just get thrown out instantly, and then Repzion is actually now given a platform to rebuttal every one of his points and actually get him in a lot of goddamn trouble, which is obviously what would happen. It absolutely is. Doxing, all these ridiculous things that Onision's done would come out of the woodwork.
And now, like, you try to intimidate me? Look, you can't intimidate me, dude. I'm not gonna stop talking about you when what you do is public. And the things that you say are public. Do I need to show you this? Like, can I just repeat? This is all you need to know about this man. He said this. He said that.
That is just unbelievable. That's the sort of thing you read and physically recoil from. My God. And I'm sorry, but yeah, his Twitter is basically just a massive truck full of disgusting, horrible messages, weird sexual comments, left, right, and centre, never-ending slew of nonsense, rambling and disgusting, horrible, vile messages. I don't think any of this would go down well. I don't know what Onision would even possibly have on Repzion, but vice versa, Repzion would really, really take him down. And still, whilst all this is going on, he's making these just unbelievably horrible videos on his channel. They're just so dumb and stupid and I hate them. Anyway, just a quick video, just a quick catch up. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you very much for joining me. Really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed today's video, leave a like, subscribe. PayPal, Reptilians, Patreon, all that in the description. Thank you so much, guys. I will see you very shortly. Take care now.